need to check, make sure we're broadcasting everywhere. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. That is hopefully going to come through, yes. Rumble, 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 rumbling, rumble. Yeah, okay. That's right now. Okay, well, hello everyone. I don't know if there's anybody here. Oh, maybe one person here yet. But not many, that's for sure. We're going to get started shortly. Let's sort of take a look at our situation here. Okay. All right. Well, I think I'm more or less ready to start recording an episode here. Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is, of course, Gamer 1745, and we're playing not Baldur's Gate. I know that's the big thing right now, and I'm a huge fan of Baldur's Gate. But we are playing Hearts of Iron 4's Black Ice. And that's also a game I'm a fan of. Guess it's just my high interest in World War II right now. Well, we have a situation here. We're going to be invading soon, hopefully. Oh. So what's that? 46 days from now plus... Or with the Soviet Union. 42 days? Oh, fuck. So we're going to be invading in fall. You know, that's the time to invade the Soviet Union just before winter starts. That's what history has shown it to be the effective time, hasn't it? Well, yes. Not really. Okay. Let's select all of these guys. Von Welch's Corps. Let's send them out to Romania. That sounds like a fun place for them to hang out. Send them on the rails. I get to pick which and where to go. Okay, Bullets Eye Division. Where is... Okay, they're up here. Yeah, we don't need to keep the SS hanging out here. I can join the northern push here, maybe. I got time to get there, at least via train, for sure. I think we're going to leave Kiel undefended. And we're going to send these guys out here to the Channel Islands. Because they have a port. And if I don't defend it, the British may land, and yeah, it could be a problem. Liebstendert. Okay, we'll send this. We'll send this over here. And all of this extra time here that we have, well, hopefully it'll get us building up our railway system that we need to build up. Okay. And I guess we have time to wait for these to develop. Oh, do we want to... Yeah, we'll do that. Hello, Arno. You're here first. Wow. Good to have you here. And Turinlo, good to have you as well. I will see about expanding some of that other units. This is the SS Infantry Brigade. Well, it'll probably get some infantry. Well, I presume it'll get some infantry guns here shortly. All right. Need to keep. We are, of course, attacking into Yugoslavia, doing fairly well at the moment. And in this playthrough, it is not what is causing the delay for Barbarossa. Really, a little bit maybe, but all of you guys start marching down this way. Hello, Arno, over on YouTube. Arno is a great moderator. Could say something like behave badly so he has something really to do and kick you out, but I really don't want you kicked out, whoever you may be, not just Turinlo, but whoever. So yeah, don't behave badly, but Arno is a great moderator with maybe not enough to do. French Republic has called the Kingdom of Yugoslavia. Okay, right, yes. Isn't that nice? Of course, motorized and mountain troops, or motorized units are best in the mountain. Yes, you've gotten a lot of boss, that's true too, but... What does this current template look like? Okay. Light, medium, 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 support tank. Okay, decent enough. Yeah, it is true. We've not been having much bots recently. Oh, BF-110s are improved. It is May 41. Well, do I stick with something in 1941 here? I was reading about this fighter just a couple of days ago. That they made some. I'm going to throw a number out there. I'm sure it's wrong, but it's something like this. They made like 24 of them, or some number of these BF-109Ts as carrier fighters. And when the Graf Zeppelin aircraft carrier was known to be delayed in completion, because it sits through most of the war as sort of a Hulk that does have maybe some engines in it or something, but it's not really usable. And then they decide, nope, they're going to get it going. Well, okay, so they decided it isn't going to be used. So then they decide to send the fighters and in some minor ways alter them. It does, you can sort of see here, it does have a tail hook. And I think maybe just they removed the tail hook or something. I don't know. And send them to Norway for a while to, protect Norway from Allied aerial intrusions. And then they decided they were nope, we're gonna complete the Graf Zeppelin. So then they supposedly re-get them ready to do carrier things, and then decide, no, not really, and then they send them back to Norway. So never really used for what it was designed for, but it had fixed wings. Okay, so when you're talking about Germans and um, carriers, uh, and I know a lot of people fanboy over the Graf Zeppelin. Ain't it really cool? No, it ain't. It sucks. It has a very small carrying capacity for aircraft. Maybe partly because of the fixed wing. Now they did do at least one. I've seen the photo of it, so I know there's at least one. They did do a Stuka JU-87. Now it, right at the fold of the wing, would fold up vertically. So it was a bit, and of course it also had a tail hook to drop down. But it was at least able to store them more efficiently on carriers. But we're not going to worry about any of those. I guess we'll do improved naval bombers of the Condor variety. Now do note here, the British were able to get a significant toehold into Sardinia, though the Italians are somewhat reacting to that. The Italians look like they are the British are retreating for some reason. I don't know why, because there is basically no Italian presence in North Africa. They've got a division here. You got some divisions that are trying to leave from Vichy France territory, and they got two divisions over here. Oh, interesting. Could be a supply issues. I don't know. But yeah, okay. Well, okay. We got this little pocket here cut off. Our mountain troops are going in there, so we will support that. No, I don't want you to support it. I want you to support it. So we're supporting that attack there. So we've done our little good job of creating a two-division pocket there. I hate this system. Have I ever mentioned that? Oh, well, these guys are almost cut off. Oh, how is Iraq doing? Well, fair, I guess. They're probably going to lose fairly quickly, like historically. And Japan is doing okay, I guess. Hey, the new IKB, how you doing? Agency upgrade, anti-partisan, good. I didn't know we asked for village to go through Finland's borders, but all right. Since this playthrough does not seem to be going with a Scandinavian strategy, I don't know how important that is. Oh, please. Didn't I send all of you off somewhere? Did you not read my instructions? Is there another large stack? No, I think there's only big stack. I don't know. Why didn't you go? We'll support your attack here. Public diplomatic protests. No, our attaches will stay where we want to put them. I may want to move the map though. You can counterattack, help our division out there. Okay, all of you guys come down this way. You guys come over here. You come down that way. Pushing the Belgrade. Okay, assembly line production. That is nice. Okay, it's only this page here, if you will. Okay, that's the one we just got. We researched that. We've researched that. We're researching that to get more oil eventually here. Weekly stability. This would improve our weekly stability a little bit. I'm getting tired of the noise. Yeah, I guess we'll do this. You support that attack. Just support it. Don't want you leaving your occupation zone. One of you attack there. One of you attack there. We're both pushing in and trying to cut off. You can support this attack there. Okay, we've got them down to the one square. You just kill that unit. Waiting for something to happen, but nothing was happening. Kaiser Wilhelm II dies. For some reason that gets us political power. Don't know why it would, but saying it wouldn't, I just don't understand why it would. Okay, well, Kingdom of Yugoslavia has capitulated. We've got 973 radio equipment, 2 trains, and 921 other things. We get 50% of their stockpile of equipment. So uniforms, Mauser rifles. Now this is incredibly small, but okay as an amount of equipment. A lot of radios, but otherwise, yeah. Okay, well, now, let's see. Here we go. Okay, well, we will give him these divisions here. Notice how well defended their border is with the Soviet Union. Anybody see a problem with that? Well, let's just start at the top here. Okay. Just go along here like that. Yeah, that's one province. Okay, let's see. We'll reinforce right there. Because I don't have high confidence here in Romania, we're going to send over this second army. Not yet, Arno, I think. We can take a look at that just now, I guess. Research. We are currently researching. We have 199 days to get the basic chassis done, yes. If motorized infantry division. Well, let's also send you to Romania. We'll send them up to there. This is a non-scientific, non-recommended way to do all this. But hey. Oh, let's do this via railroads. Sorry. I want to do that via railroad. Okay. Yes. Okay, today it's official. The Kingdom of Yugoslavia is no more. Our forces successfully toppled the hostile government and seized control of the country. The Kingdom of Italy has suggested to let them take control of the territories they deem important. Okay. Give them only Ljubljana and central Dalmatia. Everything will be under German control. Okay, well let's see. Okay. Dalmatia, so that would be southern Dalmatia. Is that, I guess, all of here. Montenegro. Yeah, I guess we'll give Italy big chunks here. Keep us having from occupying all of it. Here we go. Is this Rommel's force of 3 panzer divisions? I don't know what we're going to do about North Africa. Yeah, I'm considering it right now. Okay, well, that's our stockpile here of tanks. Okay, heavies of some, these are mostly French. Yeah. I don't know if we're gonna, how much we're gonna use them. Infantry tanks, these are little, the R-35s. Light tanks, Panzer 1s, Panzer 2s, some Vickers, some FT-17s. Okay, yeah. Though I don't know what their stats are like in game, but okay. Okay, so we've got medium tanks. We got 118, though some of them are these French D1, D2s. Tankettes, which are really what Panzer 1s are, and Panzer 2s. Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do with those. Okay, the support tanks. Okay, those are all the... So we got a fair number of those. And assault guns, some Stugs. We got a fair number of those. Good, I like that. What? Oh, come on. You're slow. Okay. Well, we'll switch to the better 110s where they are. Okay. From the D to the H. What else? I know better is better, but sometimes more is simply better. And like for that, I'm thinking particularly here is the Ju-52 is just a transport plane. We have just one factory. Just turned that out for that. Hello, Felipe Zanesco. Hope I'm getting that right. How you doing? Do you use flamer tanks for support? No, I don't. Iran, good to have on your side. Yeah, but I'm not worrying about that far away right at the moment. Right now it looks like, well, we got, what are these? Or Syrian militia types guarding there, and some British down here. So yeah, those guys might die with the Iraqi. So we don't know how well that'll do. That's probably, that Iraq outbreak is probably what saved Italy, because they lost a huge number of forces in here, here in North Africa. See, what I'm worried about is the upcoming invasion of the Soviet Union. That's okay. Well, you know, it's already June 9th and we haven't even started, and it's we've got all of this. How many more days? Okay, we've got 20 more days here and then another 42 days. Oh. Black eyes, you need to shorten the time it takes to do national focuses. Wrong. Oh, you're supposed to be on trains. Go on trains. Everybody else taking a long time because I didn't click right. I hope not. Well, I just don't think I have enough divisions to send anything to North Africa at the moment. So, I think we're going to have to just live without doing the Rommel to North Africa thing at the point right now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 45 days. Yeah, we could use this. Weekly stability 2 whole percent up. That'd be good. Oh, okay. Scavin. No problem. Now I know who you are. Good. I thought you were new here. I'll try to remember. But no promises remembering all the various names. How are we doing logistics on fighters? Oh, actually, we actually now have a positive number of fighters. Now, some of them are either captured here or really old. Those are really old, mostly captured. But that means we're actually catching up on fighter production. Very nice. Let's take a look at some of our engagements. Okay, indecisive. Took out a British convoy. Now we're just doing air support. And so well, these medium bombers took out 2 convoys. Very useful. So at least we're helping with, well, in essence, we have Kesselring down there. And it looks like the British are going to maybe take out Cyprus, or not Cyprus, Sardinia, and then up to Corsica. That's going to be very nice for them. Yeah. Boy, Italy, you need to get your act together. Yugoslavia, okay, we'll do that. Okay, so that gave them some land and got us back to this sort of core central bit here, which means, of course, occupation. Now, we decided not to have any German-occupied Greece this time. And I guess what we can do here is send in our mountain troops. Don't know what else we're going to do with them, but use them in Russia, maybe, eventually. How are we doing with garrison equipment? Where is garrison equipment? Here. Okay, yeah, we're almost 5,000 down on garrison equipment. They're basically saying to us, well, if you're going to take land, we're not going to bother occupying it. Okay, well, another factory is online here. I think we're going to let those fighters continue there in production. I think we're going to increase production of Panzer 3s. Right. Well, let's look at our air war, generally speaking. Okay. Well, who's operating over Serbia? Let's move you down and put you up over Serbia. Probably not going to keep you here long, but let's... Oh, these guys were supposed to go down. I just got distracted down here. Okay, you come down here and operate over there, and after shipping, you guys come down here and operate over here and try for air superiority to try to disrupt supplies into there. How are we doing for 110s? 110s specifically. BF 110s. Okay, we got 125. So we need to form the squadron in German territory. So we're going to come here. That's why I forgot about the others. I really like how some of this works. Okay. Yeah, we'll take these guys, 50 of them, deploying to there. That's good. Once we do that, we'll shift some bombers down. Yeah, we're getting. Yeah, we'll see about getting some stuff. I'm sort of kind of relying upon Italy to control the Adriatic. Now that's maybe a stupid idea, but that relying on Italy. Right. We already sort of okay. Belgium, yes. Sorry, they already sort of had control of that. We are sending the division there. Well, my intel game is not up to standard, that's for sure. Okay, well, let's be somewhat scientific about this and look. Okay, we're really low on close air support, and we need more garrison equipment. I've been sort of kind of hoping garrison equipment would work itself out, but it hasn't. I guess we can do one more factor in garrison equipment. I mean, we need things like tanks and other stuff, but there we go. Okay. Now, yeah, let's do that. Let's try with. Okay. Now we're gonna come over here and we're gonna see about refitting more Panzer divisions. Let's do that. I really like the way they're doing this, and that they have the decision, and then they have the pop-up happen here with information about it. And believe me, I have read a lot of those in the past. I don't know. Okay. Well, Rommel is way down. So where is... We'll give him the 6th division. So it's... Oh, you should be taking the train. You should be taking the train. Yeah, you can go to Hunters. What is our new template for Gross Deutschland? All right, lots of fast infantry. That's basically what it was historically. We'll give you to him as well. Let's look at supply mode here. Okay. Well, doing fair. And we're building railroads like crazy through here. Trying to get our supply up to it. Okay, well, looks like the Romanians have joined me at the border. That's nice with the Soviet Union. Gives me some sense of... Well, let's do 2 there. Yeah, I think we're gonna... Well, we also want to push out north here. The rest we will sort of push here. There we go, and we have the motorized divisions here that will help push. No. We'll give it the... Oh, Darien, he's up here and here. I don't think we have enough. I don't think we have enough. I think we need a bigger boat. Forming a few more divisions here. Yes. Reorganizes some of the other ones. Hopefully we have enough tanks and thingies. Okay, well that really pushed down. Okay. 7th back to Rommel. Give the 5th to Rommel too. He'll take 4. Okay, let's... Hopner still has 5 divisions. We'll give him one of the here. Hopefully we have enough tanks. Probably not.
Ausrücken! Achtung! Ausrücken!
Well, Sarno's saying when you have the Tiger tank, you're going to make a separate heavy tank unit or attach Tigers to certain. I don't know, Arno. I don't know. You're making. Are you trying to make me think? Well, I'm not prepared to think right now. No longer under Francis Fallen. Okay. Independence Day, we're going to Rice Protectorate. Yeah, that'll probably be the way to go. Okay, that way we won't have to maybe occupy so much of it. That may take away some of our factories that we just had. But, we'll see. Or maybe it'll actually give us a few more. Okay. Rollable, yeah. Now we're down considerably medium tanks, so, or support tanks. The tanks for the tanks.
Befehle!
From the north up to Guderian.
Ausrücken!
Guderian's forces as well.
Achtung! Bereit! Achtung! Befehle! Angetreten! Ausrücken! Angetreten! Ausrücken! Achtung! Ausrücken!
Okay, better 150 millimeter howitzers it looks like. Let's do this one. Right, well, let's see. 150 millimeter guns. Right, okay, well, we're up from 100 millimeter, I guess. Well, these are the, no, these, yeah, no, those are different guns. Well, I don't think we're going to change those. Those are out of date, but we're going to keep them. We're just going to keep them. Okay, well, I think we're going to end this episode, not the live stream, but this episode here. I want to thank you all. Particularly, I want to thank Tim, Strongarm, Niagro, Timothy, Sir Toyjet, Gary, Garrett, Marcus, Folk, and of course the great Hoffmanator over on Patreon. But everyone else, just, hey, I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me, watching the videos. And of course, if you would there, hit that like button and post a comment. It does feed the algorithms. Thank you. See you next time for more, yes, more Hearts of Iron. Okay, well, it looks like Italy really isn't doing well. Let's save this. And I'm going to go grab a Coke and be right back, and we will continue this. So just hang out for a moment and look at the... Well, that isn't a very pretty picture. I don't like those colors. Let's give you a pretty picture to look at. There we go. We'll be right back. I don't know, thinking we're actually going to produce Tiger tanks. You think we're going to have that much production capability? We'll see. We'll see. Yes, he says yes. Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer1745 here with my continuing playthrough of Hearts of Iron 3's Black Ice. And... oh, they don't have tank production facilities enough now. Okay, so no more tanks until we get more tank production facilities one way. We'll let this... I know that's negative a little bit. Producing 3.5 a day. Okay. Well, I know what I need more of is garrison equipment, but I'm going to let that sort of sort itself out one way or another. Looks like a lot of other things we are doing okay on. It looks to me. I don't know. Okay, close air support. We are down a bit. And medium bombers as well. Okay. We now have aircraft production facilities. So, and currently we do have rubber. I think those are used for medium bombers at least. Yes. So let's add another medium bomber production here. Well, one factory, yeah. I'm sure we can spare one factory, Arno. Okay, how are we doing in preparing for long winter war? Let's get some units. Where are you? Oh, you're coming. Oh, you could be on trains, damn. Oh, okay. No, I don't think I have anywhere near the necessary infantry for this operation. Where are your forces? Your forces are up there, so let's Add you to there. Okay.
Angetreten.
You're... Oh, there's division here, so you're going to go
Ausrücken.
down here. You're also... There's division. Now, where's Rommel's forces?
Achtung.
There. Alright. Let's select all. And I think we're going to go here.
Achtung.
I've ended up, I think, putting too many forces down in Romania, but I don't know that that's going to be a bad thing. Okay, well,
Angetreten.
and I'm going to ignore all of that down there with actual forces, like we're ignoring North Africa and Sardinia. Italy's got this covered. I trust them. I think we're going to move you up to here
Ausrücken.
because we are way under equipped for this. I know these will be not well trained divisions, but we need them now. I think not much later.
Ausrücken. Ausrücken.
Railroads are taking too long to get completed. Winter logistics, great. Now it's the end of June. The end of June, mind you. And I'm going to save this. To see if we want to come back to this. Hey, Sing. Very good to see that you're here as well. Good to see you. We're going to start this. Okay. Oh, we again formed some units and forgot about them. But you're going to come over to, I think, well, you can come to here maybe and come up over here with that. And this is only going to be briefly because I'm going to have to shift these back in just a few days. Where did you go? Did I? No. Yeah, you come down here and you come down here and operate over here on ground attack. Yes. Help the Italians out. And these guys over here. Well, like I said, that's going to have to change here very soon for our Eastern Front push. Okay, do we want all of these fighters here? No. And they're all standing by. I guess the Allies just are not bombing us. So, These guys are also standing by. Good. So we'll move you up to there. The reason a lot of these units are standing by is because they were decimated earlier, so I stopped their activity and just haven't restarted up. And when I have checked, it hasn't been significant levels of Allied air operations. About rains. Oh, we lost a German convoy. Why do we have a German convoy down here? Seriously, why do we have a German convoy down there? We're, I guess, supplying our forces here. Okay, some crap like that. Okay. Well, maybe I want to come back here. Okay. A lot of seagoing submarines. We're gonna convoy raid to there. Ecuadorian-Peruvian War. Okay. I know they did fight back then, but were they fighting this time? I'm not sure. Heydrich assassinated, 41. Isn't that a bit early? I thought it was 43 was my guess, but I don't know for sure. But 41 seems awfully early. Yeah, no, it was after the invasion of the Soviet Union started. Well, still sort of, yeah. Okay, well.
Achtung! Befehle?
Submarine holds advances. Hey, Yoshihisa Shimazu. Hopefully I'm getting that right. How you doing today? Okay, submarine holes advance. Again, we're playing a very not naval. Well, we could do that, I guess. Campaign. Let's look at ship types, cruisers. I guess there's not much. All right, variants for submarine. Okay, it's these advanced. Are we supposed to make? Oh, we need more modules made. Okay, well, whatever. I'm not focusing on the Navy today. Let's form a new corps. It was hidden from me. Okay, well, yeah, Schroner will be all right. Good infantry leader there. And can we create a new? Okay, Von Lieb. We'll do Von Lieb. And we'll put him under as well. He's just commanding those garrisons. Let's. I'm going to change it, but let's just look. No, we have to promote those guys. Okay, I guess Von Lieb will... I was waiting for proper armor guy naturally be promoted up, but they haven't. Okay, well, whatever. Oh, you guys, you should all... Let's select all. Well, lost some Bulgarian transports, killed a British one. British down there. Another German one lost there. Maybe I should withdraw my air units from here. Yeah, let's do that. Move you over to here. Desert warfare equipment. I think we needed that to have a decision happen. Maybe some more stuff I don't know that needs to happen. Hey, MNDB, how you doing? You're having fun with the AI? Well, good. Think I'm going to... Desert equipment. Do we need to produce some desert equipment? Well, we'll put a factory in that once we create a factory for it. Yeah. Yes, right now I feel very inadequate playing this. I don't know. Quite honestly, I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. Why? Why do we have any units going through there? Why? Why? Okay, let's forbid that. And let's forbid this, and let's forbid this. So now if you're going to do this silly shit moving stuff to here, which I don't... we stream more Baldur's Gate. Well, I would love to. But normally Mondays have been fairly good for Hearts of Iron videos, but they really sucked Monday and Tuesday. My views did. My Baldur's Gate, you know, YouTube is weird. They won't tell us how things work because they believe, and they're probably right about this, that people will game the system if they know what the system is. I don't know how much, because there are different algorithms. I do know this. There are different algorithms for standard videos, different algorithms for streams, and different algorithms for shorts. I don't know how much they affect each other. I don't know if the low views that I had for Baldur's Gate made the other videos go down, or they just for some other reason, and why some videos have, like in this series that I'm making currently, have 500, 600. One of them has like 1,300 views on it. I have no concept as to why, because I have other videos with much, sub 200 views from this same series. So it's, last few days here, that have as high an engagement percentage, at least, for the few videos, and I thank everyone who clicks, like on the like button or post a comment. That helps. So I don't know whether it's my thumbnails or whether it's the titles aren't changing or what. I think it's YouTube recommending. And so I think it hurt other things. I think it hurt the channel. So it really, really teaches in sort of a, a negative feedback loop not to experiment, not to do things. Because I would love to grow. There's, I really don't do this for my own ego. I really, I love hanging out with you guys. But I really want to reach people and have an effect with, teaching historical lessons and whatnot. But you're making it fun. And I know I'm sort of ranting about my YouTube problems, but. And so, and I know Baldur's Gate right now is a really hot topic because of Baldur's Gate 3. What I did notice is that it was sort of, you really liked the 2 streams. You did, yeah, made me install it. Well, good, very good. And I don't know if I should try to, because I also streamed it to Twitch and didn't do very good there. I don't know whether I should just take these streams. Maybe what I should do is just take the streams to Rumble, but make it an announcement video over on YouTube, or I don't know. Because it just seems to me, even though I have a fair number of YouTube not YouTube, Baldur's Gate subscribers because of the tutorial videos that I made that do get 20, 30 views and have actually sort of popped up a bit more per day, at times that are rather old stuff of how to install it. It just seems like YouTube is not showing my videos to people. So, and so it was sort of the usual suspects showing up at unusual times, because obviously I was streaming at unusual times. So I don't know. I really wish I had this figured out better. And I don't think creating another channel, an alternate channel, is the solution, because that would just get even fewer views. So yeah, well, thank you for really liking it. I do appreciate it. I am continuing to play on from that point. Obviously, I haven't completed my first series, and there's probably about as much potential content in this current series, because there are significant new stuff added than my original playthrough with the original base game, as opposed to the enhanced edition. And that's hundreds of episodes there. So even though we'd be skipping, forward a ways, quite a ways, there's still plenty of content to look at, and very few people have watched all of it. So I don't know. I don't. I would like to. So, okay, back to this. And like I was saying here, I feel like it very well could be missing something important. See, like I'm not, okay, no, it's not this one. It's, I don't know. Some of these I'm not, I don't know whether I'm doing the right stuff here. Okay, fuel usage down. Oh, we started it before we continued here. So yeah, I'd love to. I don't know if we will though. Insufficient resources. Okay, just the factories for the tanks. Don't mind complaining on this channel, but it's supposed to be complaining about the game and not about my actually rather good life. So headaches of YouTube. Because hey everyone, if you don't know, I have another YouTube channel. It's called Crisis Report. One video has over 17,000 views. Another video has over 10,000 views. It's mostly been covering the, we'll call it the Ukraine war. I don't know if we settled on a term for that war. And it analyzed what happened and the effects of the very recent waterborne drone attacks on a Russian tanker and a Russian amphibious warfare ship, basically putting both of them out of commission. I made that last night, and yeah, they've gotten a handful of views, and so I don't know. Hey, Toy Jet, good to have you here. Well, Toy Jet, I don't know if they're going to do their, and Toy Jet right now just showed up over on YouTube. Yoshihisa Shimazu asked if Eric and Toy Jet will live stream their pen and paper RPG. I know Eric is thinking about doing a pen and paper Dungeons and Dragons session, but also to pimp out the Discord server, Eric and Toy Jet have been streaming. I don't know if they've done it today, and I watched some of it, have been streaming their Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough to my Discord server. I really thank them for streaming it on my Discord server. I do appreciate it there. So, and I did check out some of it. So, I know on the main page there for the YouTube channel, there is a link to the Discord server there, and there are links on the Twitch channel if you're watching. So if you want to check them out playing, yeah, they're going to do some in a little while. So but I don't know how. I think they're planning on playing it through the whole game. I don't know if they're going to stream all of it, but so if they hopefully keep using, and you guys are very welcome to always use my my Discord server for anything like that. And like you were doing the other day, just find a room to use is fine. If it ever becomes a big enough thing, of course, and I told Eric this in the past, I don't want to just create rooms and have huge number of rooms there, but if we need more rooms, we can create more rooms, and if they become unneeded after a while, we can end them. But so yeah, I'm really happy to have you there, even if I'm not watching. So Toyjet, Eric, whoever, or anybody else wants to stream their game on the Discord server and maybe find opponents or just hang out and people talk about their Hearts of Iron or War Thunder game or whatever. So yeah. Well, we're going to push ahead with better 109s. So you guys might want to catch that in some time, their Baldur's Gate playthrough. And that's another possibility, is to stream it over on my stuff also. I could stream it on, and I could record the streams. And I did even think about this doing, because the one, YouTube, I follow some of the people that analyze what's going on in YouTube, because obviously it's, hey, Starstreak, good to have you here. It's good to know about what I'm trying to do here. I don't know how in trouble YouTube is, because obviously they're owned by Alphabet, or otherwise known as Google. How long are we going to keep saying Twitch, even though it's X? Because X is just silly and whatnot. But whatever on that. Um, so they really are pushing ways to make money on YouTube, and I'm hearing this from higher level people than I am, uh, to try to get you to donate money to me, and of course they're taking a cut of it, and I think they're entitled to a cut of it because, my God, they've created this platform, and running it, and I'm not paying data to have a you know, website with then running the data bandwidth over this stuff, and all that costs money, and I totally get that, and I totally agree with them taking a cut of it. We could just, I think for YouTube at least, it's a pretty fair cut, so it's not a problem. But they're trying to get you guys to donate more money to me through them, and one of the things is memberships. I don't want to do memberships unless I think I have something to offer you additionally over than what's on YouTube. And maybe because I record a lot of the stuff I do over on Slithering TV, and I've not been posting it on YouTube recently just because I'm afraid it might drag down what's going well here as well. Maybe I should just be putting some of that or streaming Baldur's Gate to the membership, but leaving them up, afterwards so that people don't have to be there live to catch them if they want to watch them. I don't know. I'm just thinking here, so do it at night when everyone is sleeping. Yeah, well, but when is that? Stream sites that 9010 stream. Oh, that's Kick, and I'm also live over on Kick, and I'm live on Rumble, and I'm live on Twitter or X, and I'm live on Twitch, and of course I'm live on YouTube right now, live on 5 different platforms. And only so far Arno has commented over on, I'm guessing he's commented on Twitter, but I'm not really watching that live. But he has commented over on Rumble and Kick. Yeah, Kick is doing that really good split because they're they're leasing use from Amazon or one of the sub companies there that they also own Twitch. And so one of the reasons they wanted to own Twitch was to be able to do live streaming, but to license live streaming out to other people. So Kick is sort of copying and pasting, but paying for the, the back end, if you will, the programs to run all the stuff. So Amazon, whether it's directly into Twitch's account or just into Amazon's account, Kick is paying that, and I'm over there. Yeah, hi there again, Arno, and Arno likes soup over on Rumble. They are supported by a online gambling, which I'm fine with online gambling. I spent many a days in casinos in Las Vegas. I'm fine with gambling. Not fine with it if it's targeted towards children, and obviously I don't play any games that I don't even do the loot boxes on War Thunder, but so I don't do gambling here, so I'm not promoting gambling up. But I don't care if the overall company that owns the thing is a gambling company. Doesn't bother me one little bit. What might bother me is my behavior, and so I'm not promoting that up there. But because to a degree, because they're supported by gambling, they can give a bigger cut to their viewers. It's not really infinite money, as one of the commenters said, but it is a lot of money, and I think they're making hundreds of millions a month or something at their gambling stuff. But yeah, that's up to that, and I have no. Obviously, I'm mentioning that the parent company does that. So far, in just vaguely watching, haven't seen any commercials or anything like that being shoved on my content for that. So I'm pretty neutral on all of that. So yeah, they're doing good there. So and that's artificial. Like, I don't know if YouTube is making money. I know for many years they weren't, and it was being supported by Google. I know that's an issue, a real issue for the companies and long term health of the companies. But you know, what are you going to do? Quite honestly, these companies might just not necessarily go out of business, but might just collapse and have to make it so that either I've got to pay them money to stream on their service, or you've got to pay money just to see this. You know, sort of like a, hey, yeah, everyone now YouTube $10 a month, or you get 10 minutes per 24-hour period, and then we shut you off, or something like that, just to like whet your appetite. And then you just pay them a flat subscription fee that then just lets you in the door, or something like that. Because venture capital money, my understanding, that built a lot of these internet sites that you and I love, um, can't run for free forever. So, yeah, I think some of that is changing. Well, back to the game. Now, when is everybody sleeping? I'm up at all kinds of weird hours. Okay, do we want to update newer medium bombers? I know I haven't done the Schnell bomber to newer version. Did we do this? No. Okay, we'll do this. I know it will sort of hurt our production, but we'll do that. Okay, we're only down -1 for tank production companies. What's needed? Okay, good. Well, my understanding there, yeah, well, okay, yeah, they make a lot, but my understanding, well, okay, recently, as in 2023, ad rates and the number of ad buys, meaning how many people are buying ads, has dramatically gone down on YouTube. So that's one thing. Sleep, I've heard of it, but never done it yet. And you know, it takes a lot of infrastructure to get these servers going globally. My understanding, and again, I'm just going understanding, and this isn't really in any real inside knowledge, but what you would pay for newspaper advertising, like in your local newspaper, like if you were a, I like to use this, if you're a tire selling business, you know, company, and you're going to put in your local city, you know, come to Al's Tires to buy new tires for your car, or whatever like that. What they would pay for a newspaper ad, or what they would pay for a local radio ad, or if they had just like a local television ad that you'd buy. Not because even sometimes here in America, the big network stuff, you can still buy, at least regionally, ads, TV ads that will be just shown sort of in a region, not nationally. What they would pay for, shall we say, per viewer or per newspaper, circulation kind of thing. Now, how many people, as they're thumbing through that newspaper, will see that ad on that page? What they would pay for traditional media versus what they would pay for on Google AdSense, because that's who's running the YouTube ads. Basically, it's Google AdSense or it's Facebook, though Facebook is also sort of collapsing now too. Google AdSense, where we have, and there's a whole controversy over Google AdSense that maybe they're ripping off people too, but that's another thing. What they're paying per actual, when you see a YouTube ad, because we know how, or at least YouTube slash Google AdSense knows how many ads they serve up to you, knows how many people watch how much of that. So that's an actual watcher, unless you minimize the screen, which does happen. And say if you're just listening to me and you only have one screen and you're playing Hearts of Iron or Baldur's Gate or whatever, but you just want some background chatter to go with you're playing here or something like that. So unless you're minimizing the screen, they know how many are actually seeing this versus theoretic, because most of the ratings for radio and TV are highly flawed. They give you an idea, but is much lower for what is probably much better advertising. And I think it's going to change over time, but yeah, I don't think it's as rosy as people think. And unlike, a TV station, yeah, you have however many people with cameras in the local newsroom, or if you're actually producing dramas for your TV station, you have all that kind of stuff. But infrastructure is mostly, for, most TV stations, have a newsroom, at least here in America, and a few other things. I worked at something years ago, but many years ago, before the digital age. We were doing everything analog video. Basically, you just have a big broadcast tower, or if you're in a huge area, might have two or three, and that's it. And if you add another 500 viewers or another 50,000 viewers, it doesn't cost anything more than you're already doing. Just getting people to tune the channel in. But for YouTube, they've got to have infrastructure that's serving videos to every single one of you. Now, live stream is pretty good in that you're all watching it at the same time, as opposed to however many people here. And a lot of people wandered away because I'm off topic. Sorry, guys. However many people that are here. But if you're normally watching it all staggered and many different servers in many different parts of the world, that's taking a lot of infrastructural bandwidth that they have to pay for. So more viewers means more money expense for them, where it doesn't for radio and television. Obviously, if it does for like newspapers and magazines, because it's, print numbers. But yeah, so it's that. When you make a landing in Crimea? No, sorry, no, I don't have the troops. Yeah, it's a good idea, Arno. I won't have the Navy in there to get control of the abilities to land. This isn't like Hearts of Iron 1, so I won't control the sea zones. Yeah, I don't think I can do that. I don't think I can do that at all. All right, well let's end the episode here. I know it's sort of been a disjumbled episode, but we'll be back next time for more, yes, even more Hearts of Iron. Okay, yes, we're going to continue this right now here. Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer 1745 here, and we are getting nearer and nearer to the war with the Soviet Union. We're going to keep this going and hopefully on there. You don't need the Navy, just throw in a ton of naval bombers. Well, I don't know if that's actually going to get me control of the seas away from them. It might, but even then, I think I need to push harder where a little more traditionally push. I don't know. I mean, it's a good idea. I've done that kind of thing in Hearts of Iron 3 where I can handle it a little better and where I know the game a lot better for Black Ice. Like I've been saying, I am feeling out of my depth with this Black Ice. And as one person says, you don't play well. Yeah, I don't play Black Ice well. It's been a couple of years since I played it until this playthrough. And I am making this is me taking a look at this. This isn't me telling you, here's the best way to play. So I want to keep that very clear to everybody. And to a point, it does depend on what Soviet forces are out there, and maybe there's nothing. I don't know. the Black Sea. Maybe the Ukrainians have sunk it all. It's new model. Let's do. We're only having one factory. We'll get this. Okay, so we're doing 2.5 a month. These numbers are way low. Now we're doing under 2 a month. That's how we do this. Oh yeah. I'm not biting your head off, but it just. I want audience participation and ideas, but like I say, I'm a bit at sea with all of this. Naval invasion is a pain, yep. Dutch head soup. That seems weird. Well, you know, let's no, we don't have engineering company or light self-propelled artillery, so we can't create division motorized. Okay. Yeah. But when the hell was I supposed to research all of that stuff? I don't know. Okay, let's join wars. Yes, we're going to bring you guys in just so you're at war there, even though you're not really having a front. Yeah, we'll bring you into the war as well, even though you don't have troops. Okay, charcoal engines done. Very nice. We had started that before and then switched over. We don't really need more fuel. Well, we're getting close there. It's actually being full of fuel. Okay, we can do this. This will increase. Oh, we can do this, which will increase aircraft production assembly. I think we're going to do tanks first because we were sort of bottlenecking on the tanks. Oh, well. 3 more days. Okay, no more upgrading of divisions for a while. Don't worry, we'll conquer the Soviet Union fast. Fast. Problem I have with this version of Black Ice is research and national folk. Yeah, yeah. I'm going to bring that up since IKB brought it up again, and I know I talked about it earlier, but that's the big thing. They have a lot of wonderful national focuses here, and some of them, like preparing for a long winter war, should take a lot of oh, it's dragging us down. Yeah. Should take a lot of resources and or time, no doubt, but some of these other things, and they've added so much, and I know they're constantly working on it. There's the sort of in development version of the game, which I am not playing because I'm not playing fast enough, and I thank them for not constantly doing it. But there's so many things to research here that are useful, and some I would say necessary, that, and not necessarily a Black Ice, though Black Ice can change this. I think the time it takes to get production effective is way too long. Now, okay, so here we're mostly up to getting to be effective here. And we have just one factory. And we're producing 3 aircraft a month. Those are, okay, big multi-engine flying boats. I'm going to look up some of these stats at some point on some of these things, some of these aircraft and other stuff. And whether it's anti-tank, because here we're producing 9 handheld anti-tank a day with one factory, one production line. Seems awfully small for a production line. Especially if these two are the same amount of resources, if you know what I mean. This is what would be a production line of aircraft. Yeah, I know there isn't for like the aircraft. There is for handheld anti-tank, but for the aircraft, there isn't just one production line because engines are built at a different factory. And I know from watching Wings of the Luftwaffe, a great series from back in the 90s, I believe, but great series if you can watch it. They'll take something like the Ju-88 and produce something, again, I'm wrong on this, I'm sure, but just illustrating the point. The Ju-88 A1 with Junkers Jumo engines. And then they're going along and, oh, hey, yeah, we got a bunch of airframes and we need more engines. So they'll put on Messerschmitt engines or something that have similar horsepower. And they'll have to obviously modify the airframe a little bit to hold a slightly different engine, but 95% or more of the airframe is the same airframe. It's just different engines. So I know it isn't just the one. And then, of course, this also has anti-aircraft machine guns stuck all over it. But still, if this is the same amount of production time that it takes to make the Dornier 24 as this same amount of factory, and this they're only making 9 a day. I know this is 3 a month, 9 a day. No. All that it takes between all the machine guns, the engines, the airframe, there's a lot there. And so either they need to, like, oh, hey, if they want to be this granular and say, oh, well, hey, this is just one set of machinery that, bores out the rifle barrel, makes all the bits and pieces for an anti-tank rifle. Okay. And that's one thing. Okay, well, and that's fine if that's what this represents. But then we need to, and you're going to say, well, this is maybe why there's only 3 a month. Well, we need a hell of a lot more of these factories to get anywhere near 2 a day. 2 a day. And okay, we're not fully efficient there, but 2 tanks a day here. So that's 4, 4.5 tanks a day here for all of that. 4.5 tanks a day, people? No, that for all, no. That isn't their production rate. So okay, we have available war goals. Okay, well, before we pick them, and I appreciate it that they're doing that instead of just jumping us into the war. We could do Western knowledge 21 days, which gets more research speed, of course. That is nice. Romanian military training. Okay, Germany offers to buy half of Austro-Roma, which we've already done. Infrastructure. No, we haven't done these. Oh, no, we've done these. I'm confused on the colors. Because notice, if I'm not mistaken, Green is completed here. Beige is not completed here. Beige is completed here. Green is not completed here. Colors coordinated. God damn it. God damn it. Unless I'm totally... Okay. Beige is completed, right? Or am I just not seeing this right? No. Green is completed. Beige is uncompleted. Can't you fuckers, and I'm pissed at you right now, Black Ice manufacturers. I mean, I'm loving your game, but I'm pissed at you right now that you can't keep this goddamn thing straight. That from one screen, green means completed, and beige or gold or whatever you want to call this means uncompleted. And you go over to this other screen, and it's the reverse. Green is uncompleted. Beige. Yes, gamer breakdown. Break out the booze, everyone else. I don't drink booze, but you can drink from me. Can't you just, I mean, you're doing a good job at creating icons, better than I would. You know, we've talked about, you know, that these are all taking, I just blanket go through these, and probably all the nations, but at least Germany, because that's the only one I've really looked at. And I'm not saying glanced at, I mean, really sort of looked at, cut them all in half, minimum. And then maybe some need to be as long as they are now. Figure that out. Increase the time. Some maybe should be even shorter. Some maybe should be just like 1 day instead of 15 days to complete this, instead of 28 days to complete that. Instead of Waffen SS expansion, why is this 14 days? I don't know. Why is that a national focus? Okay, I'm going to do one of these two here. Not, we're doing okay on that. We're either going to do, these should have been done, because these happened. Again, Black Ice people, and yes, I'm still upset about this freaking wrong colors going back and forth. And I mean, this is a simple thing to get the colors the same on both screens. But you have it, so I can't just do this. But again, I don't think I have been unhistorically focused in certain areas, you know, and I mean, I should already have this done, I would think. You know, okay, underground factories, well, this is, you know, maybe requires, well, it requires that, but, you know, this was a little bit later in, you know, the war or something like that. So yeah, maybe power diving through, but Luftwaffe zones should already be built, and you know, other things like that. Not the Atlantic Wall yet, but we haven't built the Atlantic Wall. So, but these should have been happening in both of these in 39. Both of them in 39. But no. Factory output 5%. Grand factory. Okay, let's go to works. We'll do this. So these should all have been happening well before now. Again, there may be one or two or a few more, I don't know, that should have not happened as fast. Okay, so we can declare war on the Soviet Union. Well, before we do that, we're going to wait. We're going to do this. Hey, Frog Eyes. Well, you've helped me a lot, and I'll agree with you on that I have to plan better. But still, both of these, and probably the Nibelungen, well, okay, this just says September, so they're putting a date on. Good, you're putting a date. And I don't know the Austrian oil. But the Peenemünde Center, that should have been long ago done. But 56 days. Fucking 56 days. What? So 56 days, 28 days, so 60, 100 plus days. What 100 plus days stuff that I have done that I shouldn't have done. Oh, and I've not done any tactical Air Force or any of this. Not done any Navy stuff. Heaven forbid do Navy stuff. Harris Doctrine, Artillery Corps. I haven't done any of that stuff. So yeah, tell me where, Frog Eyes. Hey, Spiraling, that I should have not focused on, because I've constantly had, or functionally constantly had, one national focus after another. And if there's some national focus that would half the time or double the speed that you completed or something like that I should have done earlier on, tell me. But there's just, oh, we haven't done any of the Enigma stuff. Is this just meant not to do? I mean, really, people, this yeah, I get some of the stuff you're absolutely right about, but maybe I should plan better. Not saying that it's all well. But when I look and see historical things that I presume I should have been able to do some of this. Okay, so we now need to withdraw our air forces. Well, let's take a quick look. Okay, well, we're not seeing what's here is because France now controls, or Free France now controls that territory, so they've lost. So let's move our bombers back up here. Yeah, they can all come to here. We'll move our long-range fighters. Well, yeah, we'll move them also to here. Okay. Well, they've been south. Yes. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to leave those guys. Now the medium bombers, they're going to come north here. Could have some deeper range. We want you a little closer to the border areas. So yes, and put you up here. You're gonna go here. Well, so far they have not been bombing me, which is nice. Don't know if that means I should be. Okay, well, there I think you are wrong, IKB. It's just they're using national focuses wrong, in my opinion. And they're using it wrong in one of two ways. And this was discussed way back when all this was created. And people were commenting that very, very thing originally. Should they have more than one be able to have more than one national focus available at any one time, researching. And the statement was, well, this is the national focus. The national focus. So no, you can't focus on more than one thing at once. And, they're right about that. But if you're using it as a national focus, then they're absolutely right about it, that they should just have one national focus at a time. What they're using this for is for a lot of things that should be decisions, shall we say. Now, I get the idea now, and I also explained to me that this, instead of having these be decisions, this is a roadmap. If you're going to use this as a roadmap, that whether you want to do Operation Leela or you want to get to the America bomber, you need to know how to get there. And instead of like, oh, hey, I'm not going to do this, I'm going to do some, especially if there's like, this or that, or, as Frog Eyes say, you got to plan better. If you got to like, oh, shoot, I wanted the American bomber. I didn't realize I had to do these two things to do it, even if they're not like bypassed or skipped, but just been sitting idle for a long time, and they're going to take a while to come into effect. Well, fine. Now, again, I am not worried about the idea that you decide to have Panamundi Research Center, and it shouldn't necessarily be an insta-complete, add rocket site. You may go, oh, hit this here, and then start a countdown over here that would then have an event that happens 56 days later. Because let's get back to here. Because I was looking at this as 56 days. So if you want to say, well, that's 56 days to build a rocket center, you don't get that instantly. Well, fine. I'm good with that. And you could easily, have this take 1 day, do this research center. So if you want to use this as a roadmap, you just, you may want to put, well, like they already obviously have prerequisites, of doing an earlier focus. And then, or you might want to say, well, this shouldn't happen until 1938 or some date, whatever this may be. Or until you control some territory because this is happening in the Soviet Union or whatever it is. That's absolutely fine. And some of these might, because they are sort of national focuses, take a fair amount of time to have happen. That is legit. But you can take a lot of these, and like I say, they're doing a great job here in that having these things happen and then fire an event that either you get to do some more input on in more detail or just explains things, come up. So they're doing it. If they want to use it as a roadmap, fine, I'm good with that. But you should not, like I say, be spending a lot of time having them complete. So one way or another, they're doing it wrong. If they're going to just do it for real national focuses, then fine. Or you could obviously do a mix of things too. Like I say, some that really should be national focuses, meaning the nation is focusing on them. Fine, do that. And have those take more time. And everybody else just, or all the others, just come and do it at, those. So in between the major national focuses that take like 70 days or something, when you get a break time, you may go bing, 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 and hit, a bunch of 1 day focuses that all happen. That then could take a while to get the effects from. I think the completion time should change over time. I'm not sure, but I don't know what you mean by that. I understand the words you're saying, but I don't know how you mean that. Okay, we're getting our air into place. Get it back to here. So our air is sort of up here and around. What are you still doing over there? Okay, no, you need to come over Poland. You need to come over there. I think we have enough fighters to create another fighter wing here. Okay, yes, we have a bunch of meals. We have a hell of a lot of meals. Okay, you come up over here and do air superiority missions. And we'll grab some more fighters. And again, I wish it would stay right. This is not a, this is a Hearts of Iron issue. Wish it would stay right where I last had it. Okay, 9900. Well, let's put them over here. Okay, they're over Warsaw. These guys will put them over here. Fighters. These guys. Bombers. Who here is going after shipping? Okay, they're doing shipping and ground attack close support, so that's fine. There's no ships, so I was wondering about that. Okay, standing by. Okay, all right, you guys, yeah, you come up to there. They're deploying will then operate. Okay, well, let's give them a few moments to sort of get operating. We're going to hit save again. And now, well, nope, one more prep thing. We're going to, can we start setting up? No, we can't. Okay, because I know I've not planned attacks, and I know I should. Let's declare war. Yes, I guess we're going to, no, yes, annex. We've declared war on the Soviet Union. Yay. The crusade against Bolshevism has started. Let's see if we're going to... Now, I know I'm not prepared for this, so if this doesn't go well, I'm not going to completely blame Black Ice for it, so long as it isn't too terrible. Yes, we're starting with mostly just infantry attacks here. See how well they're going to start and go.
Ausrücken! Bereit! Ausrücken! Achtung!
Hello, Enigma. How you doing? Okay, well,
Bereit! Ausrücken! Befehle?
okay, we're no longer going to get those. Italy is not in enough wars yet, it thinks. It wants to join another war. So great. You can join another war. Yay. War. I mean, if you were like conquering everywhere and not had lost Sardinia and not, thinking about losing North Africa, hey, that might be a good plan. Yeah, Iraq is getting pounded there. At least we are not being hit with too terrible of attrition or something. Two divisions decide to push that way. So they're pushing down that way. With the cavalry division there. Okay, they've just pushed out of there the enemy, so we want to push up that way with you and you in a coordinated measure. The air war. Oh, well, we need... Okay, well, let's see what we can do here. Yeah, we've got a bunch of these guys, so, let's do that. 45, yes, up here, and go after bombers. Let's come down here, and they're still deploying here, but let's do another more smaller fighters here and go after that. There we go. Once we get those units deployed. Okay, good. You infantry attack there and pin them. You join that attack. We pushed all the way into here. They're coming in to support them. Very good. You support that attack, and you two divisions attack that way. We're pushing north here. These guys are defending there. So Let's push both of these guys to counterattack there. All these other units move up. These two can attack here. Okay, that'll stop that. Okay. 3 divisions hit here. 2 divisions hit there. Okay, fuel refining. Because now we're using lots of fuel. But it's going to take 5 years. At this current rate to use up all of our fuel. Okay, we just got fuel refining. I think it was this one here. So more gains of fuel, which is good. Storage capacity, well, we don't really need more storage right now. More fuel gain. More fuel gain. Yeah, maybe I'm pushing these a little hard. I don't know. Like I say, some of this stuff maybe, and again, like I've said before, and I do mean it, I do feel a bit lost at playing this because there's a lot to this. Game, not just black ice. Okay, well, we sort of delayed our armor push here, maybe a little longer than we should have. I recommend this. Oh, we should slow this up clockwise, anyways. Playing this much more slowly here. And carefully than what I'm doing. Okay. Oh, well, we really haven't been doing Romania, have we? Okay. I've been focusing on the wrong, well, not the wrong, but on other things. Okay. Wow, the Romanians are pushing in. Now, you may think that this is, hey, ZZ, good to have you here. Now, you may just think this is gamer wants an easier time, or with some games it's just so too easy. Comparing what is happening now with I got Alt Tab over here. Oh boy, what am I'm blanking on the name. I don't want to shout out the wrong name of the mod. The one that I rage quit. Here, let me just World Ablaze. Okay. World Ablaze. Maybe I was blocking that out intentionally. I don't know. When we played it, hey John, good to have you here. Is Twitch janky for anyone else? Okay, I don't. It seems good for me. I'm watching myself back on Twitch and other things. Seems good, but it may be. I don't know. So do know, ZZ, you can always go over to YouTube if you don't like the Twitch connectivity. I'm there too. So it's good for IKB. What I mean is the focuses should work like research. Yeah, that's... Oh, as in the ability to... Oh, I understand. I think I know what you mean. As in, I think this is what you mean. Is like here with research speed sped up. if this is what you mean, is meaning whether it's just literally the clock going or things you focus on or research or whatever to speed up national. I disagree. I disagree. I mean, not that that's a terrible idea, but you gotta sell me on the details of why that would work better. It's weird. Your channel is fine and everything. It's just everything else on the sidebars is weird. Yeah, I don't know, ZZ. Again, like I say, you can watch me wherever you want. Again, to pimp it out, Kick, Rumble, YouTube, and even Twitter, as well as Twitch. So wherever you feel like you want to watch this live stream, it's live there. So on 5 different places. So I hope everyone can find their favorite viewing platform. Hello. What is that? Expert Bless. How you doing over on Rumble? Good to see you there. I do try to pay attention to the Rumble and the Kick Twitch chat, although I'm just where I have it, I'm used to looking and seeing the YouTube and Twitch has cut through one thing. Yes, call you Bless. Okay, well, very good, Bless. Well, the stream is going well. Like I say, I'm streaming to a bunch of people here on different platforms, but good to have you over on Rumble. Try to be everywhere I can. So, okay, like with World Ablaze, we were hitting, and you can look at the stuff, massive amounts of equipment attrition, and it was because of buffs and penalties put on. How long have I been? You mean just generally speaking, or today? I'm, good. Arno is my moderator. Oh, 6 months or more. I've been streaming on Rumble as well as the others. I use Restream and stream to multiple sources, multiple places at once. I believe very much in not just being in one place. And we were hitting huge mouths just going into. Yeah, I've been streaming here for about 2 months. I love it here. Yeah, I get a little bit of interaction over on Rumble, not that much. I wish for more. What I really love about live streaming is the interaction. Okay, you guys start moving forward. You guys start moving forward. And you two. We'll leave the others sitting there for the moment because we want to try to create a bit of a pocket here. No. Drive this way, then that way. Drive this way, then. Now that we've got some more divisions that I was anticipating coming here. You attack there just to slow you. These guys, pin them in location. Okay, Ecuador and Peru assigned white peace. Okay, and so we were getting these massive penalties, and they were getting massive buffs, and I hate this. There are, and I know I've talked about this on a lot of different episodes of various streams, so some of you, hi Yoshihisa Shimazu, you probably watched most of my live streams, so you're hearing a lot of this things repeated, but I know a lot of people are new around here. A Soviet division and a German division, and yes, it changes over time, but they're not an equal thing. A lot of stuff you might consider Soviet after the reorganization of the post-Winter War, and realizing that the Soviet divisions were big, and because of the earlier purges, and I would also say because of the commissars that were creating fear within the commanders, They did not have the skill and training to operate big divisions. So they reduced down the size of the division. So let's just say, for broad terms, a Soviet division really sort of equals a brigade. And a Soviet corps, and it's not, the numbers aren't quite right here, but Soviet corps sort of kind of equals a German corps. But the way it also sort of works out is, when you say that, is it's not just how many men with rifles or how many artillery pieces per one of these units. The Germans have, and they still do this to this day, have NCOs commanding platoons. Not just because it happens in World War II, at least, a lot of times, where you just have NCOs commanding platoons, because we don't have enough lieutenants right here, right now, at a given moment. But in theory, there's supposed to be a lieutenant in every army platoon, which there would be, But no, for the Germans, no, it's NCOs are qualified personnel. You don't need officers for platoons, and they are right, because the Americans, I'm not saying like the British or somebody else, the Americans do not have commanding officers for platoons. You have platoon leader. And because of my ROTC background, they very much drilled that into us. You're the leader. You're not the commander of that unit. You're the leader. You don't become a commander until you become a captain, because it's partially, yes, you lead by example and you're supposed to lead this platoon, but partially it was, you're new here. You don't know what you're doing, really, or you don't know what you're doing as well as that NCO who has been, whether with that particular unit or not, that's another thing, but has been in the Army longer, and they know what they're doing better than what you know what you're doing. You're sort of learning to become a company commander. So where and so maybe in some cases, or in a lot of cases, this may be just a title change without a distinction difference, but the U.S. Army really sort of means it. And so, yeah, you don't necessarily, if you have a good functioning army, you really don't need officers who are platoon commanders. But it's a good way to get practical experience, even in peacetime, to become better officers when you actually start commanding units. So the Germans have a much better command and control situation in their leadership, in their radios and field telephones, just simply more of those and better in both of those cases. So, it's the Soviets may, in theory, have as many artillery pieces and may, in theory, have as many artillery shells per gun at any one given moment, ready to shoot. But the Germans are going to shift their fire more effectively from, target to target and coordinate, and so fight their divisions better. So at this stage, the Soviet divisions might have enough ammunition, both as in small arms and artillery, might have enough officers, and might have a fair morale, at this very early stage. They're still paranoid over the purges and all kinds of stuff in the Winter War and whatnot. But they're just not able to stand up to the German army. And if this war, historically, was going to be decided by the border, by divisions stationed along the border, because now this game here will station all divisions by the border and not have, military, which they did historically, have military zones in the rear with lots of divisions. They'll put all their divisions along some sort of border. They may have huge amounts of divisions somewhere else on guarding some other border, which is unimportant. But they don't get defense in depth here, this AI. So, but if it was going to be, and not the literal border here, but the sort of border zone, if that was going to be the decision as who wins or loses the war, the Barbarossa, the war between Germany and the Soviet Union, Germany would clean its clock. the Soviets, and kick in the door and win. There's just no question historically. I'm talking historically. I'm not saying what we've set up here now. So any game that is a simulation might be overstating it, but is somewhat modeling World War II. This should be easy, which is sort of going real easy right now, which is good. It's this here, as IKB, who's our local railway expert here, or the new IKB, if you his full thing here knows, that this, partially because of the because our officers complained that Soviet railway gauges differ from our own ones. That's bad. This makes Soviet railway system almost completely useless to everyone except the USSR. Now, I would say and IKB can chime in the chat with as much information as he wants here. And I'm sure it's all going to be good and probably better than mine. I'm going to say that's mostly true. Germany does capture a fair amount of both the rolling stock, the train cars, and engines in reasonable condition and can operate it, and does. The problem is you have to, at whatever point that you interact, you have to bring up, unload a German train, and then load it into a Soviet train, and on off it goes until you to reconfigure it. Now, the Germans know the railway difference. I mean, they've been, it's the same Imperial Soviet railway difference that they had to deal with, literally these exact same railroads, literally the exact same railroads, when they occupy this big chunk of the Soviet Union, or Russia, at the time, at the Brest-Litovsk Treaty, which ends the Soviet-German element of World War I, because the Bolsheviks have taken over the government and does the peace. So they know that there's different railways. This is not a surprise to anyone who paid attention. I'm not saying every infantry officer or every artillery officer that was involved in the occupation deep in, or even when they get in and push into Warsaw, that's at a different gauge. The Poles never fully unify the gauge under their period of control of Poland. Germany, I think, mostly goes through a massive, I know they do a massive upgrade to the Polish railway network before Barbarossa starts. The Reichsbahn does. I think they fully get it to the German gauge by that point. So this isn't a surprise to the Germans. This is just, a thing that they know about. And, again, the Reichsbahn is well informed. German military logistics is well informed. I don't know why they didn't better plan for it. I think they did plan for it to a degree, but notice I said, so this, whether it's, and they do spend a lot of effort re-gauging the railway as they move east, repairing bridges, repairing just destroyed track sections, repairing, junction areas around major cities. They do all of that throughout their period of occupation and continue to do so. That, and again, I've watched some episodes of it, and he's still continuing it though. TIK, great YouTuber. I think he's getting all of his facts right. I disagree with some of his analysis. And he probably, looking back, may disagree on some of his, looking back at what he knows now, as we all continue to learn, may disagree with some of his analysis. But great guy. I know he's a much bigger YouTuber than me, but I'm saying I'm generally agreeing with him. Looking at Stalingrad, and he's, people say, well, what if you sent in some more divisions early enough on? Well, the problem is they would have just starved because Germany did not have the infrastructure just to send in more divisions and be able to feed them, not just food, but, munitions, fuel, all of that kind of stuff. The division itself as a fighting force, not maybe literally with just food if they focused on that, but ammunition would have starved out because the infrastructure just wasn't there. And so what I'm really hoping for with this Black Ice game, and what got me, they had massive mouths last time I played this game, right along in this zone, massive mouth, or bonuses to the Soviets or whatever it was. But they don't have that right now, which is great. And this is sort of what I was looking for, is I want a game that pushing in deep will be the problem with railways and other supply elements. So this is what I'm looking forward to. And then we'll see about the struggling of keeping that going. So, there may be some national focuses or other things here. So let me check up. Okay. I think sometime because not good if you get maybe focus become obsolete. So some focuses at the right time to get like unlock it over the years. Yeah, I sort of see what you're saying. Scavin or what, however I should call you. I'm not sure what I should keep calling you, but okay. Let's see. Time to start regaging operations. The Germans plan on capturing much more Soviet locos and wagons than they did. Okay, that very well could be IKB. I don't know what you've read that says that they planned more on it, or just was a presumption, just everyone presumed. I don't know. Soviet locos built with bigger water and coal tanks. Okay, I didn't know that specifically, but I can understand that because of greater distances. Soviet tracks had lower axle loading and were not as well built as German European railways. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of technical details like that I just don't get, because I don't study it as closely as you do. But yeah, so yeah, a major element of the National Socialist regime, the Third Reich, was the Reich Arbeitsdienst. I'm sure I'm butchering that German. I don't intend to, but you can listen to my funny accent. Just waving to you all out there. And basically that translates into National Labor Service. The theory, and for a while the practice matches up with the theory, but as the war happens, things fall apart, is that all youth go into, in theory, in practice, we can talk about it. Obviously, the wrong kind of youth we're not talking about here. Jews and other wrong types people. Again, this is from the National Socialists, not my views. I don't agree with any of this National Socialist views. Just got to say that if anybody's jumping in and doesn't know me well. Okay, get that out of the way. The wrong type of youth, no. But the right type of youth, everybody goes into the Hitler Youth, boys and girls. Mostly during peacetime, the young men would then go after the Hitler Youth into the Rad. That was forced, would be maybe overstating it for peacetime, but I don't know exactly the laws or requirements, but it may be. Women, it was sort of becoming more of a select voluntary thing. And then after, and it varies from because of war conditions, but it was thought to be sort of like 18 months into the Rad for young men. And then after that, and that during the Hitler Youth era, time of their growing up, as well as during the Rad, they get military-like training, meaning how to shoot a rifle, how to march, basic marching drills, about face, right face, left face, all that. Obviously, they'd be saying it in German and whatnot, but doing all that basic sort of military type, grounding going on through all this time, so that by the time they're actually going into the army or the other, services, the Luftwaffe, the Navy, they'd have a certain background of training. So you're now giving them just, a bit more expert training, if you will. Now, as the war goes on, it becomes more and more required for women to join the RAD. Now, the RAD is not the army. They are not a military organization. They are a political labor service. Didn't know that you left. Sorry. So I don't know what you missed. Everything. Okay, thanks, Bless. Thank you very much over there on Rumble for dropping the like. I appreciate that. So you know they do a lot of farm work, a lot of outdoor work, not so much, I'm not saying none, but not so much working in factories. The RAD does a lot of, in peacetime and continuing into the war, putting land back into or bringing it into, agricultural production use. And it's a tangled bunch of railway right there. And that type of thing. Both farming, but also just getting more area into farming. But they also, starting with Poland, a bit more so with France, and definitely with the Soviet Union, were set up because it is a quote unquote sort of paramilitary, type organization, that they follow along behind the front lines, but just behind the front lines, doing military useful labor. Now, these are mostly the men. I'm not going to say, especially as time goes on, zero women, but mostly the men. And so they're armed. They are, you could argue, illegally armed, but they're armed, but they're not. They all have like a rifle and some bullets. It's not like they got machine guns and mortars and really going to fight out. It's more self-protection arming them up, so that if they're out there and there's a counteroffensive, or if there's some stragglers, units that are breaking out, they've at least got something to sort of kind of shoot back at. So they're not really a military. They might be, functioning unit, except for, I would say, the only military sort of function it would be securing a location behind the front lines. Like, oh, you guys get to guard that bridge until somebody tells you not to. That they're coming along to, replace you. So they might be put on, rear area security kind of duties. But mostly the idea is see that bridge over there? Yeah, we've been, ferrying vehicles across the river, but because that bridge is blown up, build us a new one, whatever. And so they would, work with military engineers, but, give the labor power to get a bridge back in operation or other things. But they were also doing operations like re-gauging the railways early on. So there's a lot of that kind of stuff going on. The Germans are somewhat prepared for it, but not nearly enough. Not what they should be prepared for it. At least not in my opinion. Okay, you guys go there, because these guys are being pushed here. I want to close this gap. Close all these divisions in there right away. Okay, we got a bunch of infantry here. So we're going to, okay, these three. You just go into there. You guys cross this river. Do you have naval in the Black Sea? No, I don't at the moment. Arno, no naval bombers in the Black Sea. We have not enough even up here in the Baltic. Oh, we got a Soviet submarine here. Well, that's cool. Okay, you guys are advancing, you guys are advancing. You guys aren't, but I'm more afraid of getting you cut off. These guys are coming across the river very soon. Alright, so Kingdom of Italy, Hungary, and our Soviet war, good. Okay, well, let's keep... Okay, we're pushing up there. I guess we should move it to here, and you guys can move it to there. We've got reinforcements coming here, guys. Okay. You come here and keep moving. You come here and keep going up to there. Keep pushing. You guys are crossing here. And you push on to there. Okay, we got a bunch of infantry divisions here. Let's send 2 down this way. 1 to attack there, and you're going to support the attack there. Okay, we've got this whole pocket cut off. Very good. Well, now that the pocket is cut off, let's attack here. And let's attack here. You guys move forward. You move forward as well. Let's just take a quick look here. Okay, how well equipped are we? Are we missing anything significantly? So far, no. Okay, 1 machine gun, that's fine, yeah. Interesting mix of machine guns, mortars, yes, trucks, okay, got lots of trucks. Radios, good. Recon equipment, missing 1. Okay, so it just looks like some minor. They got their cavalry tanks using a bunch of French ones. The Salma S-35s. Light tanks. Mostly Panzer 1 still. They still historically use Panzer 1s. And support tanks there are fully supported. Okay, good. Some of these guys. Yeah, you can join the war against the Bolsheviks. You can join the war against the Bolsheviks. Yeah, you can join the war against the Bolsheviks. Very good. Okay, well, we got the armor. Let's push hard, push hard. Push hard. Okay, these guys are here. Okay, there's a few too many here. Okay, you drive this way. We don't want you to keep pushing up here. You push there. You guys are gonna... You're 1 division there. The others this way. Can you read the naval battles? Certainly, we can take a look at some of those, Arno. Now that's something I can do. Let's see. Okay, out here, we sunk 9 British convoys. Very good. Down here in the Mediterranean, we inconclusive air actions. Well, they destroyed some German convoys. Now, why do we have German convoys in the Mediterranean right now? Okay, let's block this from German. What? Why? Why? Why not just come down through this way and supply them across this little strait here? So they're still freaking... I thought I turned off using this base here. They're still trying to supply out through here to there. That seems ridiculous. I mean, just... I thought I turned that stuff off, but yeah. Okay, well... I think that's sort of kind of it, Arno. Right now. Get the armor moving. Keep the armor moving. You guys can support this attack. Okay, good. We're down here. Good. You keep coming down. See, I'm trying to create a pocket here. These guys hopefully will get across this river soon. Pushing it that way. No. Okay, yeah, you're almost there, so you keep moving down to here. Keep coming down to there. Mostly good. No, you don't need to go into there. You stop. You guys are, some of you guys are coming in here, aren't you? Well, make sure we get a couple coming into there just to occupy that. The supply AI favors sea lift too much. Needs to be a place where you can tell it to only use the seas that only... Yeah, well, I have forbidden them using these seas, but I need Germany to be able to send subs out of the Bay of Biscay. So I've told it to avoid it if at all costs, or if it can. And so obviously when I send subs in and out of here, they need to go through there. But beyond that, I don't know what I can do. There may be something I can do here, but I don't know what it is. I wish it was like Hearts of Iron 3 in that I could manually deal with both supply and resources coming and going. So I wish I could, but I can't. At least not yet. Well, the problem there, IKB, is, and it might help, but do note, I have very few divisions out here. Yes, we are supplying some naval bases and whatnot, and so that does take some supply. But do note, all my current construction is railways. Some of Palais de Calais repair, but that's not currently used for construction, is trying to build up railways going in the east. So just getting to the former border. So, and we will see about, once we get deeper in, upgrading Soviet railways. So I don't know when I'm going to get free industrial capacity to change the situation. I might get that soon. I don't know. Mobile warfare. Well, great. We've already got Brest-Litovsk. Cool. Pause. You support that attack. Okay. We just got... what was it? Mobile warfare. Yes. But we do have other... Okay, we've done pretty good there. Okay, this command here, we've gotten Brigade Corps. Now, Army HQ we could do here, which will... experience gains for Leadership Coalition, max army experience. Useful, but not maybe critical. I think we'll push ahead earlier for the Sherplunk. So, there are some focuses which will help. Are you thinking the railways? I'm guessing. I do believe that I saw some. Oh, come on. Okay. Supply lines, okay. Surrender progress. Permanent supply lines here. Loot force 1. We got to get more than 100% or more than 0% progress in. Okay, elastic or encirclement doctrine. So these 20 armored divisions. Well, we're not anywhere near that. So winter equipment production. Yeah, has railway artillery. Okay, we don't have any railway. War behind the front. So yeah, we'll see if some of these do come out and help us at some point. Mostly, and you can look at where I've commented otherwise. Mostly my problem with the national focuses are just how long they're taking to happen, not otherwise, really. Okay, good. We're here, so that means we need to come to here. And these guys are going to support this attack. These guys are going to come down here. They can cross over here. These guys. Well, let's send one division up there. Let's just sort of see if we can. Yes, good. Now we will hit them with that. Get those forces there. Yeah, you can join the push into there. Okay, they're going to push in. They're coming up to here. Okay, these guys are already here. So you and you go that way, that way. Right. You can join that push there. Trying to keep the units from breaking out while we occupy that province. They are on the far left of the tree. Okay, let me see if I can see. Thank you for that, Frog Eyes. You've been a great help, Frog Eyes. Oh, here, yes. Oh, okay, yes. Well, we need to do the Reichsbahn first. Oh no, we've completed. Again, the colors is. Get your fucking colors right. Okay, so we need to control territory, which makes absolute perfectly sense. See, again, these are the kind of things that you give me, conditions like control certain, regions, and then you get to do them. This makes perfect sense. This is the kind of thing. And again, see, I am coming around more and more as I'm playing this with all of these things. I think these should be happening, from 0 days to 5 days, literally that kind of thing. But then maybe take 35, 56 days, have one of these things that takes that amount of time before the event or decision or whatever fires that has it completed. So you push the button and it takes a while for the effect to happen in game. I'm good with that. I don't necessarily like instant effects for something like repairing a bunch of railways. So, that kind of thing I'm good with. I really am with the idea of, okay, you're going to now attack into there, and you're going to support that attack into there. keep them from breaking out. That's why we have some units just sitting there. Let's look at our current air control. Okay, so it's red there. Okay, well, it's just chewing up our air, I'm sure. Okay, well, they ended up coming here and not being needed now. All right, well, we're going to let this go for the moment. No problem. Sure, see you tomorrow, Singh. I hope everything works out okay. Hope it's just a minor emergency thingy. You know. Somebody needs something now. One division joins that attack. Yeah, let's put through there. Okay, enemy agent turn, but can we? Okay. Let's push here with you down there. Yeah, I guess. Well, okay, this pocket is crushed entirely. So you guys start moving forward. You guys come this way. You guys move into there. You guys push here. You guys push north here. We'll get these railroads straightened out. But let's save this. Okay, so far, so good in the in my expectations of what is a reasonably decent modeling of Barbarossa. Just the Soviets incapable of defending. They should be. That's just the state of their army. Now, I'm good with the idea of having, national focuses for the Soviets to organize their army up better. But those should be non-historical ones, and since I picked, have the AI follow the historical precedents, they shouldn't be picking them until it's appropriate. So humans are where I look for more flexibility, but with the AI, this is working the way I think it should be. Okay, well, we're going to end this episode here. I want to thank you all so much, and remember, of course, to like the videos and comment. Really appreciate that. See you next time for more, yes, more Hearts of Iron. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to end this a little bit shorter today. I know we've only been going 3 hours and not 4 hours. Lick the like button. Yes, it's tasty. Very much so, ZZ. We will be back, and I hope it is we with Arno and others, and IKB. Anybody's free to join us, but I hope Strong Arm will join us, and others will join us in War Thunder tomorrow. I know we did Hell Let Loose last week. We may be doing more Hell Let Loose in the future, but definitely want to go back to No, not tomorrow. It's going to be more War Thunder. I at least want to do War Thunder every other Sunday. Um, so, oh, you just came in too late. Sorry, Beam Slam. We normally start 3 hours ago. So if you're around, you can. I start 3 hours, earlier than it is now. So yeah, for sure. Okay, Starstreak. No, Arno. Maybe the week after next, we'll talk about that. You have work tomorrow. Well, sorry, you can't participate, but happy to have you anytime. So yeah, I'll be back tomorrow for that. And I'm not sure whether I think it's Friday, but I think I'm going to be streaming for Slytherin Panzer Corps 2. I think that's this week coming up for Slytherin, but I'm not quite sure. So thanks everyone. Do appreciate it. You have a very great day or evening. New IKB, Arno, I know Starstreak, Beamslam just got here. Sorry. ZZ, Sing, I hope everything's fine with you. Frog Eyes, thanks so much for all your advice. And Felipe, maybe we should call you now. Thank you for hanging out with me and John. I don't know if you're still around, but thank you everyone in Enigma. Thanks for Bless over on Rumble if you're still around for hanging out for me. So with me. So thanks you guys.